Now it's turning around
Put
the
it on
right
the
shoulder.
knee where you guys have a hook shoulder at the elbow. Like curve and then you can
So our across one shoulder.
the
Out.
cannot put on down.
Nope, I said not doing it because she is
Together
always
maybe on
like she can Oh, I've tried that now. I have a 18-year-old that is going to college next year. Very quickly. And you know, it's funny because they can do it, and they have to, and I'm not there. So some of it I think is he just relies on.
We should make a monologue. That's the voice of the monologue.
Now, I don't know if you can make something on
It's your now.
I'm usually very nice to her the first time.
I am the first time.
medicine again or something.
It's after the 5th time. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to leave it 5 more days. No, now you have to. No, come on, and then you'll get it. Okay. And then you pick up the phone. You take the phone, I'll get out. I'm like, and I come home after 7. And he's still not awake. By that age, right?
I'll feel this.
Oh, that's Elizabeth. I'm sorry, I don't know you. So I'm just sitting by you.
this afternoon, almost evening performance. This is one of 2 spring band concerts that we have going on today, and the first one features our entry-level band, our intermediate band. This is the concert band, made up of mostly younger students. We have some seniors and that are helping us with this group, which is absolutely outstanding. That first tune was just a great traditional march by Carl King, Bonds of Unity, and we're going to move from something very traditional to something very different. This next piece borrows from a lot of Native American themes, not being specific to any one tribe or any one culture. It just pays tribute to many of the traditions of Native Americans. I want to take a moment tonight and recognize a young man who's actually didn't make the program, but he should have. He's been helping us out really all second semester with percussive needs, and it kind of started because he would walk into the band room during his lunchtime anyways, which is 7th period, the same period that this band rehearses, and I said, hey Jacob, can you help us out with some things? And he said, sure. And so he's been helping us out. You've heard him play timpani with this group. He actually played for Banda Rema as well with this group, and we're really, really pleased to have him help us out and provide some mentorship to some of our younger percussionists too. Jacob Gerner, could you please help me appreciate Jacob by giving him a round of applause? We're going to continue with an absolute gem that's been written for school bands, and it's by a man who's actually from Wisconsin. His name doesn't necessarily sound like it, Pierre LaPlante, but Pierre LaPlante is a Wisconsin composer. Unfortunately, he has stopped composing. He stopped composing several years ago for no good reason except for the fact that he just said, you know, he just wants to enjoy music and not really compose it anymore. Just an absolutely fantastic writer. This piece features all sorts of songs that you would have heard along the Mississippi River. When rivers were kings, when rivers were really used as transportation to get around the heartland of the United States. And so it starts right at the top of the Mississippi, and it works its way down. We're going to actually finish with a song that's arranged. If you close your eyes, hopefully you can think that you're in Louisiana in the bayous of the Mississippi. This is American River Songs. At this time, I'd like to invite Robin Spadell to the stage. Robin, I don't know if you're backstage. Oh, awesome, you're right there, cool. Robin is the president of our unbelievably supportive music parents, and she has a couple of scholarships to award. We're so delighted that really they work so hard to make sure that our students get the absolute best music education that they can. And a lot of that has to do with raising funds, which is absolutely outstanding. One of the things that is unique about the Music Parents Organization in Fond du Lac is that it is a K-12 booster organization, which is really exceptional. Not only do they support programs at the high school, but also the middle school and the elementary, which is absolutely outstanding. And I'll have her take it away.
Thank you, Mr. McVeigh. He actually said pretty much everything I was planning on saying, so I'll be even shorter than I planned on being. Yeah, we are a K-12 program. We support general music, orchestra, band, and chorus through the entire school district. One thing I do want to mention is we're sort of the umbrella for two other organizations here at the high school. One is Band Boosters, and the other is Chorus Boosters. And sometimes people get emails and they say, why do these music people keep contacting me for fundraisers? We do different things. What we do annually is give out about $10,000 in teacher wish lists and in scholarships. What Band Boosters specifically will do for the organization is they're currently working on raising tens of thousands of dollars for new uniforms. And that's something that we don't get involved in. So if you happen to get an email asking for help, you know why two people are asking you for help. For different reasons. So meanwhile, fabulous job, everybody. I'm sure like you, my child is playing here tonight. Watching these kids grow over the last few years is such an honor. The amount of passion that they put into their music, you can actually feel their music now instead of hear as many squeaks as we used to hear. So it's lovely. Thank you so much. So I'm here to announce two winners of scholarships for band camp. And I have known them for some time, so I was very happy to see their names and that they're still playing. The first one receiving a $200 band camp scholarship is, I'll go with the lady first, Patricia Burkholz. And ironically, the second person is also a double reed player, Mr. Daniel Buchenheim. So thanks so much for being here. The next time I'm going to try to get you to help us out. It's actually really fun. We do the concession stand at the fair, and we're right next to the grandstand, so I'll get you in for free, and then you can help us raise money for these kids. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. Now, in defense, Patricia's not lazy. She's actually strapped into her chair with her bassoon. So that's why she's just waving. But congratulations to those two students. Teaching this band is such an awesome experience for me, because not only is it most of these students' entrance into high school band, but it's also their entrance into high school. And the growth that we see over the course of a year is really inspiring. It's really inspiring. And I don't know how much the students see it. I'm kind of fanatic about something, and they may really dislike it, but I have them record themselves a lot. Mom and Dad, you've probably heard them playing scales at home, playing these exercises, and doing it over and over and over again until they're pleased with it. The great thing is that I only get to hear their best work when I go ahead and listen to that. And it may have taken them 30 times to do it, but that in and of itself teaches them something. But I want to start this process as early as I possibly can their freshman year. And then as the years progress, and certainly this year progresses, but also as the years progress, they can go back and they can hear themselves play. And a lot of times we as people don't necessarily notice ourselves improving until we take a second to look back. And I call this the bow and arrow theory. Because if I'm going to shoot a bow and arrow, and I try to do that without pulling that arrow back at all, and I just try to push the arrow forward, it's not going to get very far. But when I take a second to pull that arrow back, I create so much more momentum to drive us forward. And to me, that's what that process is for these students. And when they come back next year, it's amazing. I had one student actually say to me, current sophomore, when we were starting the portfolio work this year, and she said, "Wow, Mr. McVeigh, I really stunk last year. You were so patient with me." And that's not necessarily true, but I was patient, that's true. But it's the process. It's those students seeing that they're improving and getting a chance to listen back on themselves, which is outstanding. And we can do that as well. Parents, as you hopefully think about how this band sounded 6 months ago in December, they've transformed themselves. Not only individually, but especially collectively. And it's fun. It's fun to hear, and it's fun. I hope it's fun for them to be a part of that process. It's definitely fun for me to be a part of that process and coach them along the way. So we will end our portion of the program with another Wisconsin composer, which isn't going to sound anything like what you just heard. This is a pretty modern sounding piece. It's called Earth Dance.
you.